Caitlin Clark has done it again, but this time, it's not a buzzer-beater three-pointer or a no-look pass making headlines. Instead, she's dropped a bombshell off the court that has sent shockwaves through the sports world. The young basketball phenom, widely recognized for her dazzling performances on the hardwood, has signed a lifetime contract with a European basketball club. That's right, a lifetime deal. And while it might seem like something out of a video game, this real-life move is shaking up the sports industry in ways no one quite saw coming. But before we proceed further, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. At just 22 years old, Clark's basketball prowess is already legendary. Her fearless attitude, uncanny shooting ability, and knack for showmanship have made her a household name. When she steps onto the court, she commands attention like few can, pulling off moves that make fans shake their heads in disbelief. You don't need to be a basketball junkie to appreciate the sheer entertainment of a Caitlin Clark game. But now, with this lifetime contract, her career is veering into uncharted territory, leaving everyone from analysts to casual fans scratching their heads in a mixture of awe and confusion. Let's break it down. A lifetime contract, particularly in Europe, isn't something you see often, if ever. It's the kind of deal that makes you do a double take and ask, did it just say lifetime? This isn't the NBA, where contracts are measured in years, not decades, or in this case, forever. European clubs are typically known for short-term commitments with players, making Clark's deal unprecedented. But if anyone was going to break the mold, it was always going to be Caitlin Clark. Clark's decision to commit her future to Europe is a significant one. The timing is especially interesting, considering she had been dominating at the college level, and NBA fans were eagerly waiting to see her transition to the WNBA. But now, Clark has thrown a wrench in the machine, opting instead to build her legacy overseas. It's not like this decision was made on a whim. Knowing Clark, she's as calculated off the court as she is on it. She's always had a flair for the unexpected. That no-look pass, now it's a no-look career move, leaving fans, analysts, and perhaps even a few GMs in the WNBA stunned. The implications of this deal are huge. First off, it signals a major shift in how top-tier talent views the European basketball landscape. Historically, the WNBA has been the destination for female basketball stars from the United States, while Europe served as an off-season alternative for players seeking extra income. But Clark's lifetime contract flips that script entirely. It's no longer just a place to bide time between WNBA seasons. Europe, it seems, has just become a legitimate destination for the best of the best, and they're willing to pay to keep those players around for good. But the deal isn't just about money or fame, although both are sure to follow Clark wherever she goes. It's also about setting a new precedent. Clark has always been one to push boundaries, and this contract is no exception. She's paving the way for future athletes to think beyond the traditional career paths. Basketball, after all, is a global sport, and Clark's move emphasizes that in a big way. Her decision to plant roots in Europe could inspire others to do the same, especially if she finds the success overseas that she has at home. There's also the practical side to this. By signing a lifetime contract, Clark is taking control of her own destiny. Unlike in the WNBA or NBA, where trades and transfers can sometimes leave players with little say in their future, Clark is ensuring that she stays where she wants to be on her terms. It's a power move, pure and simple. And if there's one thing Clark knows how to do, it's make a power move when it matters most. This contract could allow her to settle down, build a legacy, and ultimately, become the face of European women's basketball for the foreseeable future. The structure of the deal itself is as much of a mystery as the decision to sign it. What exactly does a lifetime contract entail? Is she guaranteed to play until she retires? Is there some secret escape clause? The details have been kept under wraps for now, but that only adds to the intrigue. Lifetime contracts are so rare that the very idea feels like something out of a sports movie. You almost expect Clark to show up at a press conference, crack a joke, and pull out a championship belt as if to say, "Yeah, I'm here to stay." It's not just the basketball world that's buzzing about this deal. Athletes from other sports are taking notice too. Could this be the start of a new trend where players, especially young superstars, start looking at non-traditional paths for their careers? Clark's decision may well spark a shift in how athletes approach their professional journeys. The traditional roadmap, with its focus on American leagues, might not hold the same allure anymore. Europe has just become a destination of choice, not just an afterthought. Clark's boldness is part of what makes this story so captivating. Throughout her young career, she's never shied away from the spotlight or from making decisions that surprise everyone. On the court, she's known for taking deep, ridiculous three-pointers that have fans and defenders staring in disbelief. Off the court, she's now done something equally audacious. Instead of chasing an American dream, Clark has decided to create her own. She's made it clear that she's not here to follow the status quo. She's here to set the standard. It's hard not to appreciate the sheer audacity of it all. Clark's personality shines through in every move she makes. You can almost picture her, standing at a podium with a grin, explaining her decision in that casual way she talks after draining a game winner. For her, this contract is just another shot, another opportunity to do something that no one else saw coming. And let's be real, if anyone could pull off a lifetime deal in Europe, it's the same player who pulls off half-court shots like their layups. Of course, her decision is bound to ruffle a few feathers. There will undoubtedly be those who question the wisdom of committing her entire career to a European team. What about the WNBA? What about the international spotlight? But Clark's never been one to care too much about what others think. She's always been about doing things her way, and this contract is the latest example of that. If she has to go against the grain to blaze her own path, so be it. For Clark, this is about more than just basketball. It's about building something lasting, something that will be remembered long after she's left the court. Clark's decision will also likely prompt discussions within the WNBA itself. What does this mean for the future of the league? Can they keep top talent like Clark from heading overseas permanently? These are questions that the league's leadership will undoubtedly have to grapple with, especially if Clark's success in Europe inspires other young stars to follow in her footsteps. The WNBA has been growing steadily, but this move could represent a significant challenge to its long-term plans. On the flip side, Clark's move could be a boon for European women's basketball. It's not just about having a marquee name, it's about the potential ripple effect. Clark's presence in Europe could elevate the league's profile, attract more fans, and draw in more top-tier talent. If she finds success on the court, it could be the catalyst for a new era of women's basketball in Europe, one where the continent becomes a true competitor to the American leagues in terms of talent and visibility. In a broader sense, Clark's decision underscores a shift that's been happening in sports for some time. Athletes today have more control over their careers than ever before. Whether it's through branding endorsement deals or contracts like Clark's, players are starting to take ownership of their futures in ways that were unthinkable even a decade ago. The days of athletes being solely defined by the leagues they play in are fading. Now the league needs the player as much as the player needs the league, and Caitlin Clark just proved that in a big way. In the end, Caitlin Clark's lifetime contract is about more than just basketball. It's about a young athlete refusing to be boxed in by tradition, about a player who's willing to take risks to forge her own path. It's a story of ambition, courage, and an undeniable belief in her abilities, both on and off the court. Whether this decision proves to be a stroke of genius or a gamble remains to be seen, but one thing's for sure, Caitlin Clark isn't afraid to bet on herself. And based on everything she's done so far, that's a bet most people would be smart to take. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content. We thrive on your feedback, so be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Until next time, keep discovering and stay tuned.